Hello and welcome to our weekly connection, my friends. I'm so excited that you are either joining us live or watching the replay. I know a lot of you have 9-to-5s or day jobs, and so I appreciate you taking the time to watch the replay. Okay, quick, we were just talking about Groot and Rocket and how they're coming back on Monday, but they're bringing a new friend, which is Groot's warmer. And I'm so dang excited. I have a cute little planter that has a similar look to it. So I'm so excited to get my hands on the Groot warmer. And if you guys are Marvel fans, whenever I say I am Groot, I always say it when he's a snarky teenager, like I am Groot. That's how I always say it. So I don't know if anybody else is like that, but these are coming back Monday, and Thor's hammer warmer is coming back. So very excited about that. Hey, Jenny. Welcome. She's able to pop on for a few minutes. So we're excited to have Jenny join us too. Okay, so as we're starting the connection this week, is there anything on your guys' hearts or minds that you want to talk about business-wise? Do you have any maybe issues that you need help seeing from a different perspective? Is there anything that you guys want to chat about? Oh, Brenda, go ahead. I saw you. It looks like bunny ears. Oh, you're muted. Hold on. Ask to unmute. Did it come through?
I have two questions.
Okay.
I have a friend that wants to join for the $25, but she has a Scentsy club with me. Can she transfer that over?
Oh, 100%. Yeah, Jenny actually, when she just reinstated, her club subscription is going to be going back to her. So absolutely. And
that.
What's that?
Can she just join and then do that, or does it have to be done at the same time?
She can join and then do that. If it's the same email, it should automatically switch over to her account. But otherwise, you could always just send in a quick support ticket and say, hey, I'm here, I joined, I want my club.
I lost 4 people that way.
Or gained 4 awesome people that way.
Right.
I lost 4 Scentsy clubs, but gained 3 consultants.
Okay, awesome. Great.
Oh, well, I'm going to lose 2 Scentsy clubs, but gain 1. So yeah.
Okay, cool. Does it run at 2 different intervals for her?
Yes. Yeah. She's doing really fine a lot. So
yeah, so it's worth it for her, I bet.
Told her. So it's good. But then I had another question you can help me with later, but I want to get it out before I forget. So Carrie, she wants to change her last name because she legally did that. So can you help me with that at some point in time?
I think all she has to do is email consultant support or account services. Courtney, have you done that yet?
My last name is still technically Rumpel. But yes, all she needs to do is, as long as it's official with the as like you've done it with the IRS and the government and all that, you just have to send an email to account services. There will be a Dropbox for option for when you're selecting why you're sending the email, and it'll say name change, and you just say, hey, I have my new name change, it is this, and then Scentsy Home Office will take care of it from there. You don't even have to provide anything. They will contact and make sure everything is correct on their end.
Great, thank you.
Easy.
That was easy, both of them.
Woohoo! I love those questions. Who else has easy ones? Or hard. We're here for those too.
I'm hoping to hear about SFR. I've heard 0 so far.
Yes, they are squaring things away. Did you get the deposit into your account for the travel?
I haven't seen anything yet.
Okay, I would give them a call, honestly. I know you sent in a ticket.
Yeah, I did email like you said to do, but I heard nothing back about that either. So
I would call or submit a ticket. I would can you forward me the email and I will escalate it?
Okay. All right. I'll do that.
Because we're 2 weeks out, which I'm so excited for. Yeah, I can't believe it's happening so soon. We're 2 weeks out from SFR in person, and there's going to be a lot of good stuff. So if you didn't see, we are kind of joining forces with 2 other superstar directors for in-person and virtual. So Candy's going to be in charge of our virtual portion because she unfortunately is like, her packers are coming to move her out of her house the day SFR starts. So she's unable to join us this year in person. So she'll be heading up the virtual space, and it's going to be great for everybody who's registered virtually. And then in person, we are joining with Maggie Hensley and Caitlin Beria for some fun. So I posted a schedule in our collective event, but I want to make sure you guys saw the link to join the new group with all 3 superstar director groups. Well, 4 of us, Candy and I, like, we're one, right? Yeah. So I want to make sure everybody saw that. And we're going to do a fun 80s dress up if you want to, that first day, that first general session. So if you guys are inclined to get your 80s hair on, to dress up, to do whatever wacky things you want to do, please join us. We're going to be doing it. It's going to be so good. I'm tempted to, so I have a crimper. So I'm tempted to either bring that or get like a super mini curling iron. I can't decide.
A crimper.
Okay. All right, Brenda, you talked me into it. Twist my arm.
A crimper, of course, it has to be.
Cool. Awesome. Well, does anybody have any questions about SFR or the join promotion this month with the Shooting Star Enhancement Kit, or how to work your business this summer with busy schedules?
Miss Ariel, this
Yes.
is Edie, of course. First of all, thank you for, because being a first timer, you don't walk through it. And I'm getting mine today, yay. The battery pack. So again, for those of you that have been before, any other hints you share with us first timers that are going are going to be so useful, because the last thing I want to do is be sitting there going, my cell phone's dead. Ariel, can you tag me in all
Yes.
these photos?
Oh my gosh. Yes. So I have this battery. So I have this like travel kit of all my cords that I just have at the ready. But it includes a battery pack. And that is essential because there's going to be so many people trying to get on the Wi-Fi, trying to take pictures and videos, and you're going to be on your phone probably a lot more than normal, because it's really exciting. And I know that oftentimes we're like, oh, don't take pictures, don't take videos, stay in the moment. But sometimes you want to be able to relive those moments, right? So you're probably going to be on your phone a lot. So battery pack is essential. General session can sometimes get cold, so I would take a jacket. I would bring a backpack, have water and snacks. And because this is a big investment between registration, travel costs, hotel, if you're looking at saving money, you can always like Instacart groceries to your hotel. I think there's a small a grocery store. It's like our version of Kroger. It's called Smith's. That's nearby downtown. Oh, you probably have Smith's too in Vegas. But it's a Kroger store. And so there's going to be options for you to get like bread and deli meat and cheeses, things for sandwiches that are easy, take with you, maybe get some chips, apples, bananas. I would recommend having snacks though on hand, because sometimes it just feels like you're rush. And then I know there's going to be restaurants that are close by, but with a couple thousand people who are going to be at Reunion, it may be a time crunch to get your food in a timely manner. There's also a small, it's not small. There's a mall really close by within walking distance. It's called Mill Creek, City Creek. I can't remember. I'm from Utah, but I don't remember these things.
It's City Creek.
It's City Creek.
Ariel.
Thank you, Edie. City Creek. And so that's in walking distance, and it has a big food court area. So there's going to be options, but if you're looking to save money, I would maybe recommend planning a small grocery trip, to stock up on those things to have in your bag ready to go. And you can even bring one of our Scentsy ice packs, stick it in your backpack so that if you have something cold that you want to keep cold, that's an easy option. Cool. Awesome. Comfy shoes, comfy clothes. If you're going to wear 80s gear, which I hope you do, obviously bring that. And then Saturday after general session, we're planning a pizza party for the group, the 3 groups. So we'll get more details on that later. What else? You're going to be provided your notebook and your name tag at check-in. So you don't necessarily need to worry about bringing a notebook. If you have a favorite pen you want to use, maybe that. Maybe a container to take confetti home in, unless you just want to stuff it in your bag and keep finding it for years and years and years later.
Ariel, there's also the gateway that's down there and within walking distance.
And tracks probably run.
And tracks can get you anywhere. I'm trying to think, because I know and I don't know where it's. I'm from St. George. It's 4 hours away. So there's also a local store called Harmon's that does delivery to places. Kroger's your better deal. Harmon's can sometimes be pricey.
Yeah.
I was just
Harmon's is
trying
kinda
to
like
think.
Bashes.
I just was trying to think what else was down, and I'm actually out on Chrome kind of seeing what's out there shopping wise.
Awesome. And that's a
So
good reminder that Trax is there. That's the train line that runs all through downtown. So maybe one day we can go for like dinner or lunch or something, find a place, get on Trax, go to the place, have a meal, and come back.
And Ariel, so that you know, I'm trying to remember the location, but where the convention center is, you are in a free zone. So if you want to hop on where we're at and go down the road, or you want to hop back because you got lots of packages after shopping, you're in the free zone where it does not cost you anything. And that goes, I think, from about 6 South to North Temple, that area. And then it's west and east.
Okay.
Because I mean, that's a money saving tip. It's something,
Yeah.
Our conventions for other things are usually at the Little America, or it used to be Embassy Suites, and it's DoubleTree, and you can walk a couple blocks, hop on Trax in February when it's snowing, and get into town really super quick. So
cool. So actually what I'm going to do is post the link for the map for Trax in the new SFR Hub group so that everyone can have all that info. Cool. Cool.
I was so prepared for last year, and this year, nothing, because I'm nervous. I'm going to fall.
No, you are not going to fall. You are a lot more balanced this year, Brenda, right?
You're over prepared. This year, I have absolutely no clue.
It's going to be so awesome. And gosh, I'm so excited to finally meet you in person.
Right? Can you believe it's been a year?
I know. It's been insane. Everything
I
that's
know.
happened the last year.
I know. Nuts. So,
Yeah.
so
Cool.
I'm not worried. I know I'm going. If I have to drive myself there, I'll be there.
If I have to drive, I'm going to make it happen. Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. Well, it'll be fun.
Yeah, it's going to be wonderful. And, I remember my first time. I came early. I didn't know anybody. I met one of my roommates while crying in my hotel room and pumping because I was finishing my nursing journey. And it was a mess. I was a mess. So if I can get through that, you guys, you can get through anything.
Right. I don't get through anything now.
Yes. Yeah, cool. So that's pretty much SFR. And if anybody wants to join who's watching the replay, they are having walk-in registration available. I'm really excited. I think it's $300, but you get all of the giveaways that are included with that. And it's really the opportunity that you don't want to miss. So if you're able to swing it, if you're going to be in the area, or if you can make it happen, I really encourage you to join us. And we're really fun in person, much more fun than online. So I hope you can join us. I hope we have some walk-ins, and there will be room for any and all walk-ins. I can guarantee that. So we hope to see you in person. Are there any other questions about SFR, or do you want to move on to other business questions, or do you want me to just keep talking about some other stuff?
You keep talking.
Miss Ariel,
Yes.
I don't know how many have caught the replay of the Mondays Collective.
Yeah, we're going to talk about that.
Oh, okay, good. Because to me, it's a great place to start.
Yep.
Anytime. But my question regarding that is, are there any, what do you call it, no-nos, for lack of a better term, as to like sharing stuff on your social media? I know we shouldn't share what's coming out when they show us, but is there any other things that we should be reminded of?
Oh, you mean like when they announce things at Reunion, what can we share online?
Yes.
Great question. So I love to use those for teasers for my VIP group, because they're VIPs for a reason, right? They get the inside scoop, they get the intel, and it's really exciting to be part of that. But also because our reunion is still in our amazing join promo month for $25, having people see what's coming up could be a really big push. If they've been considering starting their own business, that could be a really big push for them. For only $25, they'll have access to purchase and sell all of the amazing things coming up this fall. So we don't usually have this kind of timing with a join promotion and reunion all in the same month. And that shooting star enhancement kit that they can earn for free, that's incredible. So I would really encourage you to talk about things that you think would help encourage people who are on the fence to take that plunge and invest that $25. Like, I have a lot of Harry Potter lovers, and if the giveaway was any indication of what is coming, then
Wait. Are you telling me we get Hedwig?
I hope so. Not all of the things are going to translate from region 2 to region 1, but if it's an indication of what we're going to get, like, you don't know how many good vibes I've been putting into the universe for Hedwig, because I have Oakley up here, but how much better would Hedwig look? Although I could make a little owlery up here as well.
Oh, yeah, that one could be. What is Ron's owl again?
Why did you ask me and I forgot?
Yeah, that's what I'm
Pig.
thinking. Like
Pig.
pig. Oh no, the one that runs into the windows.
Yeah, pig.
No, that's Pigwigwin. I'm talking about the big one.
Oh,
The
Errol?
family owl.
The family
Errol.
Errol. Yeah.
Yes, him.
I'm like, no, I'm right. Don't tell me I'm wrong, Courtney.
It's like, no.
I am right. Courtney is also a Harry Potter lover as well. She just threw her son a little, I'm not little, an incredibly themed Harry Potter birthday party. So, you still have the candles floating. I tried to do
They're not
that for
coming down.
Halloween, and it didn't stick. And so I've got tape up on my ceiling, but no candles.
But
Anyway, so just use your discretion on what you want to share with your people, because don't forget, we do have the saying SWAT, sell what's available today, so that you don't affect your current month's sales. But you also want to make sure people know to stick with you and stick with your journey and stay in your VIP group or start their own journey, so that they can have this early access and the insight and the accessibility.
Thank you, because sometimes you go to things and they say no photography during this time, and I just don't want to get caught in a compliance issue.
No way they could stop us. No, they could. No,
They could try and stop us.
no.
Well, see, and last year when we all did virtual, I sat here going, there's so much cool stuff coming, and the sneak peek of what's going to be out at Christmas and I just didn't know at the time if I could share that like in a VIP group. So that's just great information to know.
Yes, for sure. And we will have product in person to take photos of. And so for those who are virtual or those who are not able to attend either way, our photos can be used for our friends as well. We can share those in the collective and in the Nomad Tribe business support group. We can share those with our people because that's what we do, right? We share all the things. Cool. Okay, so that was a great question. I'm really glad that you brought that up, because I think that leads into a really big conversation of, like, you want to join us because you want to bring in your extra stream of income. Here's your way to do it, right? Such a good opportunity for people. Okay, what I want to talk about next is Tuesday's all consultant campfire chat. If you missed it, the replay is inside of the collective. Candy did stream it live, and it's incredible. Brenda, it was so good to see you. Thanks for joining us. Make sure to catch the replay of the rest of this. Yeah, she had to pop off real quick, but I noticed too slowly. She sent me a message. I get distracted. Anyway, Tuesday we talked about how to effectively run your business in a short duration of time so that you can still enjoy the summer, enjoy the time with your family, with your friends, while still bringing in an income and working your business, because we know that the cyclical nature of our business is things happen around 60 to 90 days of consistency. So you plant the seed, then you need to cover it, you need to water it, you need to let it grow. And don't forget, the roots grow down before the flower grows up. And then by day 90, you'll usually see that flower grow. And so right now, we're about to head into January, March, April, May, June. We're about to head into quarter 3. I had to count on my fingers, you guys. This is where we're at. We're in the end of quarter 2 right now for the fiscal year, for the year. Fiscal year? No, calendar year. Nope. Anyway, we're about to head into quarter 3, and quarter 4 for us is where the magic happens, right? So since we're about to be in quarter 3, you don't want to let your business go here. You don't want to drop it and then try and start building during the busiest time, because then all of your connections, all of your leads, all of your consistency will not have compounded by then, and you won't be able to see those amazing results until the end of our busiest season, which is when the sales start slowing down anyway, because Christmas time, you know, that's just chaos and awesomeness, full of magic, but that's when it starts trailing down. So what you really want to do is start building that foundation if you haven't already, or continue to feed it and continue with that consistency and your discipline through quarter 3, so that what your results, your flower is going to start blooming at the beginning of quarter 4. And you're going to be sitting in a really awesome place for your business to be able to keep compounding those, the consistency that you have been building. Does that make sense? Yes? Awesome. Love this. So that's what Tuesday night's campfire chat was about, was we gave you a formula to be able to work, even if you only have 1 hour a day, to be able to split it up into 4 quadrants of 15 minutes each. It's very similar. You guys, you know, I talk about this every week. It's in our weekly newsletter every week. It's the 5x5 checklist. It essentially makes the post in Instagram stories and make one post. Those are like pretty much the same thing. So that can be 1, and then you have 2, 3, and 4. Work on each of those sections for just 15 minutes a day. Set timers. Give yourself that dedication and that discipline, and you are going to see your business consistently grow because of the 1 hour concentrated efforts that you are putting in. Okay? It's only 15 minutes, 15-minute chunks, totaling 1 hour every day. And our 5x5 checklist, we talk about this. If you can do this at least 5 times a week, you're going to be sitting pretty. And I think the same goes for the other formula. When you're putting in an hour, at least just 5 days a week, you're going to be sitting pretty. And if you need to divide it into chunks, if you only have 2 30-minute chunks, awesome. Use those 2 30-minute chunks, 15 minutes each section, and it's still going to be the same thing. But it's a great way to continue that consistency when the summer, when life gets busy and crazy, you still have time to work your business and have fun and make money and play, right? Because that's why I do this business. It's the time freedom for me. Yesterday, I decided, you know what? I'm going to go swimming with my kids. And it was amazing. Middle of the day, I had a list of other things that I wanted to do. It was not necessarily fluff work, but not the need to do. I had already done the need to do. So I went and played instead. And it was a really good choice for you. And then I came back in and worked a little bit later. But you put in the work, you are disciplined, and you put in that 1 hour every day so that you can play. The fluff work, if that has to be cut out for now, if you only have time to do those 4 quadrants, then just do that and cut out the rest for now, or hire it out. If you don't like making samples, if that takes up a lot of your time, pay somebody in a couple of wax bars to make your samples for you. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing that says you can't do that. Use your time wisely. When you use your time, when you do the things that are going to move your business forward, we're going to see the fruits of those labors in 60 to 90 days. And it's really exciting to think about that. And there could be some small wins along the way, right? Which is always fun. But this is where we need to really stay focused and not be hard on ourselves if we don't see those results immediately. Because I posted in Nomad Tribe the other day that, you know, our business is not Amazon Prime. You're not going to see those results in 2 days. So give yourself grace and be disciplined enough to do the hard things every day. Your brain's going to want to talk you out of it. Your brain is going to want to take the path of least resistance, the easiest route, and it's going to make up all these stories as to why you shouldn't do it today or why you can't do it or why it can wait. Don't listen to your brain. Your brain's a dick sometimes, you know? Mine is. Like when I was going to go swimming yesterday with my kids, I thought, man, maybe I'll just dip my toes in. I'm not going to actually swim. I'm not comfortable swimming. I don't know if I'm going to. I have to plug my nose when I swim. I'm not going to do that. No, I got my dang nose plug out. I put my goggles on and I dove right in because my brain was trying to talk me out of it. And I'm like, listen, Patrice, we're not here for that. I'm making big moves, and swimming is hard, by the way. If you guys haven't swam, swimming is hard. It's a really big cardiovascular workout. And at 5 minutes in, I was like, man, it's got to have been at least 15 minutes now. What a lie. But our brain tells us these things because it wants us to take the path of least resistance. It wants us to take the easy route. So I encourage you, get your 1 hour done and then take the easy route if you want to. Don't listen to your brain during those 15 minutes. Set your timer, do your tasks, and then be done. Simple as that. Okay? And if you haven't watched the All Consultant Chat from Tuesday, please do it because it goes into more detail, more depth, and it's really awesome. And then Courtney had a couple good ahas, and I would love, are you ready? Your face says maybe. Courtney had some really good ahas as well, and I'd love to hear from her what her big were.
So when I was listening, I kind of just like I zoned in and out a little bit, and I'm doing kind of the same thing now where I'm working and double tasking. But she said, the second she said it, I set down my stuff and I was like, holy shit. And sorry if you don't like cussing, but she said, what are you willing to feel to see the success that you want to see? And are you willing to feel a little bit of discomfort to have an extra $500 on your next paycheck? Are you willing to feel the embarrassment of the no's if you sponsor 5 new people next month? And are you willing to feel like people don't like you for a little bit of or for a lot of improvement in the next season? And for me, that was like really large because I sit here and I'm like, oh, well, I'm not going to talk to people. I convinced myself that running my business the way I was running it was fine because, oh, well, I still get like my regular customers and they still shop, but I'm not seeing any new income. And so I decided that I'm willing to feel the dread of having to reach out to new customers in order to see my business bloom and grow this next season. So
it feels scary, right? Those feelings of dread and nervousness and like sweaty pits and sweaty palms. That's your body listening to your brain saying, oh my gosh, this is gonna be hard. Are you sure you want to do this? But being willing to sit in that discomfort is hard. And if you're a leader, being willing to have those hard conversations is hard, right? So as a leader, I can speak to you saying sometimes I don't want to have hard conversations because I'm also an Enneagram 9 and I'm a peacekeeper and I don't want to ruffle feathers. I don't want to make you feel uncomfortable, but I also know that when you want more, sometimes you need that accountability and me to check in with you. And so I need to put aside my feeling of not wanting to make anything uncomfortable for, okay, you've told me you want more and I just am checking in. I'm not judging you. I'm not doing anything that is like, I'm not trying to belittle you or anything like that, but it's, hey, you had this goal. How are you doing on it? Let's have these hard conversations. What are you doing? What aren't you doing? And Kristen, I am part of her coaching program. She's freaking amazing. And I have been for like 6 months now. And I get so much out of her, but she said something the other day that on our weekly coaching call, and it's, what are you not doing? Because we know we can list all the things. Well, here's what I'm doing. Here's what I'm doing. But we also know what we're not doing. And the list is much shorter. And oftentimes the list of what we're not doing is what we know we're supposed to be doing. So maybe take an inventory with yourself. I would love to recommend that maybe you say to yourself, hey self, what's holding us back? What are we not doing? And why are we avoiding it? Just take a self inventory. And it's okay to be honest with yourself. It's okay to be honest with me. You can send me a text and say, Ariel, this is what I'm avoiding and I need accountability for it, and I will be there for you. Or if you want to text your sideline friend or your upline sponsor, whoever, maybe text your bestie and say, I am avoiding this in my work and I think it's holding me back. So will you make sure to check in with me once a week to make sure I'm doing the thing that's hard? I'm happy to help be that accountability for you. I have accountability partners too, right? I have peers who I talk to and I'm like, this is what I'm not doing. And they're encouraging for me. They say, they tell me to stop being a dick to myself and just do the dang thing, right? Because that's what I'm doing. I'm self-sabotaging when I'm avoiding the things that will help make the progress. And I'm assuming it's pretty similar for you, that you're self-sabotaging when you're not doing the things that'll help make the progress. So anyway, that was pretty much all we wanted to talk about today, was make a plan for summer. And when you're making your plan, when you're putting your schedule out, the very first thing you need to do is set your fun things in your calendar. The trips you're taking with family or friends, the weekly or bi-weekly nail appointment that you have, the things that you do for yourself to fill your cup, and then find your hour every day in between those things. Okay? Like what fills my cup is working out every day. We had a rough night with my son last night. He ended up in my bed at like 3:30. And so I didn't get my workout in this morning. But when he came in my room, my first thought was, okay, I'm just going to push my workout to this afternoon and I'm still going to get it done. Because that's a non-negotiable for me. Just like some things in my business are a non-negotiable. You're not mediocre. Don't let your brain tell you otherwise. You're freaking
Ariel,
fabulous. Yep.
Ariel, I'd also add that one of the takeaways from being part of this and rewatching it Monday night or Tuesday night was the fact that don't get caught up in the perfect post or the perfect way you're connecting. Just go out and do it. It may not be perfect, but it will get easier because it's progress, not perfection.
Absolutely.
And you just need to start somewhere. I really liked that portion of it because sometimes I think we can, just like when we hopped on, I hopped on initially, I said, I'm sitting here trying to think, and I've moved on right now, but and listening to this, I'm trying to think how to post the collection coming out Monday with Marvel. I spin my wheels coming up with verbiage, and who cares about the verbiage? The thing is to get the word out there.
Yes.
And if it's not perfect, I had to laugh because of yesterday. I posted a few things and they had typos in them. And I'm like, well, at least they know I'm human and not everything's perfect. But I usually spend so much time going between what I'm posting and re-looking at it once it posts and going, oh, I need to edit it. Just I'm letting go of that at this point because it shows that inside part that we're not all the perfect. We don't have what if you're I'm just going to put this in NASCAR terms. You don't have a publicist that you say, I want you to post this. Go just do it for me. Right. We don't have that convenience.
Right. And you know how you're going to get better writing copy is writing copy. Copy is the post you make, right? Copy is the verbiage that you use. How are you going to get better at it? Keep doing it. Play with it, tweak it. Keep doing it. Rinse and repeat. Keep doing it. And you'll find if you track your engagement levels on your social media platforms, you'll be able to, hey, Brandy, thanks for joining us. You'll be able to see the insights of what posts did well, what posts did not do well. And you can, figure out the time of day, the verbiage, what you're doing. If you really want to dig deep and go into the analytics, you totally can. That's not my jam. So I don't normally do that. I just post as me because that's who I am. But maybe I need to tweak that. Maybe I need to really focus on the copy and when I post and what I post. So maybe that's an area of opportunity for me in the future. But you're not going to get better at it if you don't just do it. And if you are just like sweating over what to post and making that perfect post, that's going to eat you alive. And that's your brain telling you that you're not enough, that what you're posting is not enough. And that's a story that Patrice needs to stop telling you, right? Have you guys named your fixed mindset yet?
Robert.
What?
Robert.
Robert.
Yep.
Damn it,
'Cause
Robert.
then I can be like, Bobby, listen, Bobby, listen. But then if it's like, if I'm like in public, be like, okay, Robert, like I've got this.
What about
But-
Richard? Anybody want to name theirs Richard?
Is it too
I
late to
can't,
change?
that's my father-in-law.
Oh, you probably shouldn't do that then.
Probably shouldn't do that, except for I do refer to it at times, and sorry if this offends anybody, as dickhead. Stop being a dickhead. So, it's just one of those things. And the thing is, to me, is the big takeaway is to just believe in yourself really strongly.
Yeah.
Just, if it was a perfect world, we all wouldn't be here. Let's face it, we'd have everything we want monetarily wise. Our houses would be all perfect. But I don't want to live in a Stepford wife environment. Sorry, that's just not who I am.
Oh, ma'am.
Or Edward Scissorhands, where the scene is, they're all in the same type of houses with slight variations, and it's not, that's not me. It makes me uncomfortable.
Mhm.
And I think one of the underlying things is that she stressed is get uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Get uncomfortable and build a relationship with that uncomfortableness so it becomes your friend.
Mhm.
That, oh wow, because again, I caught a little bit of yesterday's Q&A with her. It was, and who she had with her. Oh no, I can't remember what I was going to say. It's enlightening to hear that it's little teeny steps and it's progress, and what it is celebrate. And I really like that, because I think that's something that all of us need. And with you, Ariel, it's perfect right now, because I'm going to praise you. I'm going to give you a shout out. I have seen the progress of how you've changed our tribe it's been about 3 months. So you've gone through this little transition, and you're encouraging us to say, hey, here's just a post. I want to hear in comments what are we shouting out this week? And sometimes you need that. Sometimes you just need to say it out loud. And then we're all friends, we're family. We keep saying that. We need to take the time, because it's part of, yes, it's not going to boost ourselves, but it's going to boost ourselves.
Mhm.
Is that we need to take maybe not the 15 minutes, maybe 10 minutes, 5 minutes, and go out and just cheer for someone we don't know. Oh, that's so awesome. Because when that pings on your phone that you've got a post for someone, tagging them in it, that's kind of like, oh, wow, I am doing good. So, I like that celebrate part.
Yes.
Because I think we often get so caught up in, I like the hot mess portion. If you're a hot mess, go here for a few minutes. But I like the fact that if you sit down at the end of the day and look at that hour, the hot mess half hour, if you sit and look at that, make sure you cheer yourself on. And if you are one of those people that just needs to shout it out and have one of us just say, oh gosh, that's awesome. Because what you're doing when you shout out is you're giving others ideas that they can stop the stories of, it's not hard. I can't do this. I'm not enough.
Yes.
That's all.
Yes, I love that. And I have the monthly posts up of, okay, let's celebrate what happened last month, but don't feel like you're relegated to only posting once a month. Any win, big or small, is still a win. And we want to celebrate with you. So post on the group page, celebrate yourself. We want to celebrate with you. I'm not just saying that. I love celebrating with you guys. If you have a win, I want to cheer you on. I want to give like an air high five, because that's really freaking awesome. So that's the community that we have. We are here to uplift and support each other, not just to sell wax. right? We're part of that sticky community. So you guys, thanks for joining us. I mean, unless you guys have anything else that you want to chat about, might just cut it a little bit short today. We usually go for about an hour, but we're at 45 minutes. So if you don't have anything else.
I can say one more thing, kind of just tapping on for new people. I think I'm coming up on like my 5-year anniversary here shortly. And the way that I ran my business in the very beginning is not the same. And if something wasn't working, like I would still like sit there and I would work it. And until I was like, okay, this is dead weight. I got to cut this off. And when I finally cut it off, it worked really great. So one thing, if something is not working for you guys, don't be afraid to just kind of be like, oh, this isn't gonna work for me anymore. And don't be afraid because, you know, you see Ariel posting reels all the time, or if you see Caitlin's beautiful photos, and if that doesn't, and don't feel that you have to do all the things to be successful. You can just pick 1 or 2 niches that work and make your business thrive and give you joy. So
yeah, I think
nope, I'm good.
I just say that's a really important note, is know that you can change. You're not stuck with what you decided you started with. And then if it doesn't work, you don't have to just say, well, I started it, got to keep with it. However, there's the caveat. I want you to try something for 60 to 90 days to see if it works. If in that time frame you don't see results, you're not seeing the growth that you want, then shift. But if you're doing something for a week and you're thinking, well, this isn't working, got to try something new, you guys, you gave yourself a week. Give yourself 6. Oh, Jenny, are you saying something? You're muted. Type it in the comments. Type it in the chat.
I'm just talking to myself. That's all. I'm rewording what you're saying, but in my head.
Perfect. I love it. Yeah. So don't feel like you have to stay doing the same things, because like Courtney said, my business is so different now than when I started. My leadership is so different now than when I started. I learn and I grow, and you have to understand that you can change. And then with that, you also have to give people grace and know that they can change, right? You're not the only one who can change. Other people can change, and keep that in mind, because sometimes we get stuck in, well, this is how I knew them. That's how they're always going to be. Are you the same person you were 10 years ago? I'm not. Heck no, I'm not. I'm a much better person, right? I'm not saying I was a bad person, but I'm different. I've grown. I have a lot more self-respect, and I think I'm a more fun person. I think I'm super rad, and I think I've developed and grown into that person. And so no, I'm not the same person I was a decade ago. So why are we holding these people in the spot that they were in when they've probably had their own growth journey as well? So give yourself grace, give other people grace, and know that it's okay to change. That happens. That's life. So keep that in mind. Your business can change, but give it a good like 60 to 90 days. Don't just say, it's been 2 weeks, I'm done. Please don't say that. But give yourself grace and stay rad. Yeah, cool. Guys, thanks so much for joining us today. This was so good. And if you're watching the replay, I'd love to hear your takeaways. Make sure you engage in our group. Make sure that you are like giving yourself the high five that you deserve. And feel free to celebrate yourself and your friends. All right, guys, have a wonderful rest of your Thursday, and we'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.